his days in the Edmonton Oil Kings. We get to see a fair bit of him.
Emmett Finney has been out since February the 1st. A huge loss for the Blazers. Not only their captain, but their leading scorer across all categories, goals, assists, and points. Effectively the same point and goal rate as a better goal rate. Same point rate as Braden Yager this season for Emmett Finney. As a puck into the middle, brought ahead by Andrew Thompson. He'll cut to the left wing and in. Edwards will start a change for the Hurricanes just past the 4-minute mark. No score, Hurricanes and Blazers as Strome will tip the puck and he'll give chase.
But playing and seeing them tells you so much more.
25th career game for Caden Price against the Blazers tonight as Tipler after a loose puck. Peterson to the point, Poit will hold, cross ice Adair. He'll just snap it into the corner, hard around the boards. Peterson will give chase on the left side. Worked it down the wall. Cousins tried to disrupt the pass. Tipler gets it up high. He'll turn and shoot, and that went off the tip of the glove of Edmonstone and wide of the goal. A little floater from well out by Cale Tipler back in the lineup tonight. Here's Adair, point shot, tipped in front. Comes to the side, and Cousins couldn't knock it on goal. Turn back up the far side. Peterson will spin it down. Bonkowski to the near boards. And racing to it on the left side is Gajelka. Lead pass for Behm. He'll cut through neutral ice. Behm will shoot the puck. Hacks at it. Nathan Behm gets to it in the corner. Port had it knocked away. Bonkowski a sharp angle bid. And that goes wide of the net. Ryan Michael shoots it in. Doyle will give chase on the left side. Smith trying to move it out. Held in by Sullivan. Wrist shot and off the tip of the stick of Unger. Comes to the corner after it. Harrison Brunick. Defenseman works his way to the goal line. Now peels back, gets the puck on the right wing. Harrison Brunick to the corner. Comes free. Yager in a bout. Two former Pittsburgh picks. Of course, Yager traded to Winnipeg as Brunick gets it on the right wing. Down to the corner. Here's a sharp angle shot by... Picked it off and now gets it left corner and spins it forward for Johnson. Brought ahead by Edwards. Now for Johnson left side. 7.5 gone in the first period. Edwards hard on the forecheck. Brunick pressured. Edwards down low. Brunick turns away and fires it forward. Behm couldn't collect that. Keller follows up and pushes it forward. Behm in on the right wing. Cuts to the middle and shoots. Scores! Hit a body on the way, but Nathan Behm strikes first. And Kamloops.
That one last step towards the net. I don't know if it hit the Hurricane defenseman or somebody else's leg, but yeah, it looks like it hit Adair's leg, who had his back turned, picking up the back check. One of the flukes, but again, the Hurricanes, this is how many now in the last 20 years?
And for Nathan Behm, his 28th of the season to make it 1-0 Kamloops. Here's a puck tipped in deep. Harrison Brunick goes back. Turns it on the near side and finding it is Oren Strome, the former Tiger. Worked out to center, hacked ahead on the left wing. Strome will force it over the line. Harrison Brunick picks up an assist on the play. As the puck brought to center, Yager will force it down to the Kamloops line, and Ryan Michael will spin it across. Kochi to center. With skin wide on the left boards. Plays it in down low and cut off by Adair. Turn forward for Gazowski, and he'll move it rink wide for Edwards. Good collection. Works in on the left side on Ravendal. Edwards goes behind the net. Tried to handle the puck back to the blue line. Edwards turns and rips it back in deep. Comes to Kochi. He'll swing it around to the far side. Adair flips it back into the corner. Kochi pressured. Nice little touch pass for Strome. And he'll outlift on the left side for Bonkowski. Shoots the puck in from neutral ice and gives chase. Adair over to meet him. Puck comes behind the goal, and Edwards will take it on the left wing side. Braden Edwards a lead pass. Johnson collects, got poke checked at the line, and then offside. Our player with the offensive zone face-off. Andreessen helped by Deneau. Puck back to the blue line, and that was blocked. Now it comes free. Smith will tap it to the line. Doyle down the right side. Power play done. Andreessen to the top. Doyle a swing and a miss. Price holds. Put to the front. Deneau tipped it just wide. Good little redirect at the top of the crease. Now Andreessen works it to the corner. As Andreessen goes behind the goal, finds it left corner, swings it back to the near boards. Doyle after it. Hurricanes trying to build on some momentum with that power play. Deneau put it to the side. Knocked down by Strome, who has a goal. And now forced out to center. And is there a penalty? A 2-0 lead for Kamloops. And they'll go to work for the first time on their power play. And the Hurricanes will win a draw and quickly move it in shorthanded. Rag the puck back to center, and Braden Edwards will settle with a pass across for Carson Adair, and he'll rifle it all the way down. Harrison Brunik back to get it. Just his 28th game of the season. Got spun around there by Edwards on a hard forecheck, and that's going to be a moment. A two-man advantage for a minute and a half for Kamloops. Brunik will set it up. Lafreniere to the side. Keller a chance. Two whacks at it. Puck free in the side, and Jackson Unger will shots on goal. 6-5. Blazers win a face-off. Brunik at the top. Feeds it to the right side. Got it back. Now touches over. Lafreniere a chance, and a glove save. Face-off will come to the left of Unger. Scramble draw on the Hurricanes. Get it. Good work by Johnson in the face-off circle, and a clear by McCutcheon. Penalty kill for the Hurricanes. As up will come Harrison Brunik on the right wing. He'll pick his way in. Brunik gets free, a chance, and a blocker saved by Unger at the side. Hurricanes dig the puck loose. Johnson tries to advance it. Good work. It comes to the line. Held in, though, as Lafreniere goes rink wide. Behm to the side. Looking for Jordan Keller. He'll snap it back to the blue line. Lafreniere right side. To the middle. He put it to the back door, and a touch by Behm. Couldn't connect. Lafreniere got it back, right circle to Brunik, and that was off a stick. Comes into the corner, McCutcheon tied up. Dug loose by Strome, puck to the blue line. Brunik across, Keller a drive, and he pushed it wide. And that'll rattle off the corner board and all the way down with 25 seconds left.
Is definitely higher.
Face-off dug loose, and Behm will bring it over the line. Kamloops enters, backhand down the wall, kicked back free to the line, held in, but forced out by Smith. Brunik interfered with, puck into the middle, and Jagger will try and chip it across. Doyle pinches in, put to the front of the net, and that skipped past Smith. 12 seconds to go in the period. Puck turned up the wall, flipped to the blue line. Strome will intercept, poked it out to center. Deneau will slide it back. 5 seconds to go. Doyle will just slow it down and let time run out from the...
On calls that cause issues in the game.
There's a face-off win for the Hurricanes as Caden Price busts through his seam and gets it to center. Norrie couldn't take the pass clean, and now Oren Strome will play it back for Matteo Kochi. Onto the right wing for Bonkowski. He'll chip it forward left wing side. Strome a shot. Didn't get through. Second hack at it under the save. Strome gets it back on the near boards. All the way back to the line. Kochi a wrist shot. And that goes high and wide. Puck tipped up the wall, and Johnson will get it to center. Bonkowski will play it over to the far side, and Kamloops will recover with Behm sliding it back. On the right wing, a lead pass. Strome will hack it in. Slowed up by Unger. McCutcheon, a lead pass. Jagger on the left side works in. Tried to get free to the front, and that was broken up. Brunik got back to take it away. You see that matchup so far in this game, the Brunik-Jagger matchup. As Deneau will slide a puck back for McCutcheon. Back for Easton Deneau, the 16-year-old will play it ahead for Shane Smith. Tried to lay it back into the corner. Deneau will race to it. Got spun around by Ryan Michael. And now Behm will receive a pass on the right side. Nathan Behm to center. Forces it through. Strome to the front. Bonkowski to the front of the goal. Great save under. Got the pad down to Rob Oren Strome on the goal line. Puck back to the blue line. Behm after. Cuts into the middle. Bonkowski to the goal. Shot it high. Bounced in front. Swept off the goal line. How did that stay out? Now Ravindala a drive, and that goes wide. Behm gets it back behind the goal. He'll work it free. Poke check by Price. And Caden Price will just hoist it out to center ice. Tap back to the near side. Chadwick has a man ahead. A lead pass tipped by Wilson and in. He'll race in after it. Anthony Wilson gets to it first for Gazowski, and a good stick there by Brunik. And the puck deflects back out to center. Adair will settle for Port. Back for Adair. A lead pass. Gazowski over the line. Works it in down the left boards. Cycled to the corner looking for Jagger. That didn't get through, and now Behm will take it on the right wing. Force the puck out to center, and now Adair will slide it back for Braden Jagger. Up for Gazowski. He was stick-checked by Strome. And Port will get it forward for Adair. On the left wing, tried to advance it for Jagger. That was out of his reach. Brunik will take it back. Chips it over to the left side, and Ryan Michael will play it to the middle for Bonkowski. Across the line, Strome, and a good defensive deflection by Jagger. And Port will open up on the right wing with a pass to Deneau. Rink wide, it hit the skates of Shane Smith, and Behm will regroup back in the Kamloops zone. Nathan Behm to center. Chips it in on the right wing side. He'll get to it. Tried to center. That was blocked. Deneau back defensively. Finds Braden Edwards, and he'll start forward to center. 3-on-3. Tried to four.
That's what you got to get out of your system. You make the right play to the right guy, regardless of who it is.
There's a puck ripped in by Logan McCutcheon. Deneau has 1 assist in the 5 previous games he's played with the Hurricanes this year. His Cousins got stapled in the corner. Braden Edwards tried to force a loose puck. Johnson dug it loose. Trying to play it back, and that hit a skate and forced back out to center. Price cut it off. He'll work quickly in. Right side, Edwards down the boards. Tried to center. That was blocked. Edwards on the right boards. Tries to work his way free. Looks like he was pretty well triple teamed as the puck sent in deep. Cousins on the left wing. He got wrapped up. Johnson digs it loose. Forced up the wall, and Behm will play it into the middle, and flipping it forward was Oren Strome. After the puck is Behm, he'll hook it back up the near side. Bonkowski to it. Pressured. Johnson trying to work the puck loose, and Braden Edwards will get it back and leave it for Logan McCutcheon. Up the left wing for Kamloops. Change with 6 minutes to go here in the second. 2-1. Kamloops in front. All 3 goals coming back in the first period. Tristan Doyle has the Lethbridge tally. Strome and Behm the Kamloops goals. Harrison Brunick back to get the puck. He'll wheel to center. Brunick with a head of steam. In over the line. Leaves for Behm. Tried to thread it to the front. And a good block by Deneau, who takes the puck away. Easton Deneau hooks it off for Noah Chapman. Lead pass to center. Edwards will collect. Works his way through center. In over the line. Took a shot, and that went off of Brunick and wide. Edwards behind the goal, trying to force it loose. Take it away, and Bonkowski will hoist it to center. And a puck touched up, but that was ripped in by Jagger Gajelka. Scored his first Western Hockey League goal with the Blazers back on January the 4th in Spokane. Of course, drafted by Edmonton before being acquired by the Blazers earlier this season as a lead pass by Gajelka all the way down. Tipped in on the right wing side. Cutting wide as Bonkowski. He'll feed it to the blue line. Now it comes to Brunick. He'll swing to the middle. Harrison Brunick snaps the puck in down low. Price will cut it off. Behind the goal, Behm came over to help. Edwards dug it loose, and McCutcheon will find it an outlet for Smith. Tips the puck down to the Blazer line. Brunick got back, and a puck tipped back down inside Lethbridge territory with Jackson Unger to leave for Caden Price. Price, a lead pass. Jagger will net. Doyle will go back to fetch it. 20 seconds to go in the period. Smith tried to chip it to the middle. That was broken up. Dropped back in. Bonkowski, a net drive and a save at the side. Unger is again against Bo Courtney. Forced up the wall, and the Hurricanes will skate out with Port to center. He'll wrap it in. 5 seconds to go. Wilson on the attack. Comes loose for Johnson. Tried to center. That was blocked, and Zahaski will flip it out.
A really deep hole to dig yourself out of.
Face-off won by Kamloops, and up comes Oren Strome. Fennel to the middle. A chance for Brunick. And it's Wojtek Port as a face-off to the right of the goaltender Unger into the corner. Port will take it on the right side. Plays it to the middle for Carson Adair. He'll out with left wing side for Shane Smith. We're going to ride this trio as a dump in, gloved by Edmonds.
Earning everything right now.
Here's a face-off controlled. Lethbridge. Chadwick to the right point. Doyle. Point shot. And that hit the outside of the goal post. Back in is Gazowski. Tried to feed it to the blue line. That was broken up, and it's brought back out to center. Thompson will backhand it in for Courtney. Long shot. Glove down. Unger will keep it moving. Doyle goes far side. Edwards. Lead pass. Gazowski has a goal to get to within 1 for the draw. And back to the line. Chadwick tried to one-timer and broke his stick. Quick work by Rhett White to get him into a twig. The Hurricanes equipment manager, and a puck flipped out to center. Behm will work it loose, and it comes into the middle. Nathan Behm, a long shot and a save.
There'd be opportunity for that.
Third straight face-off win for Kamloops as Brunick hoists it in on the backhand, and back will go Tristan Doyle. Up the left wing, Johnson tapped it back, and Andreessen ahead to Chadwick. In on the left wing, Chadwick a shot and a save made by Edmonstone. Wilson on the right wing boards. Got bumped up against the wall. Now it comes to the line. Doyle a shot, and that goes low. low and wide. Chadwick left it. Boards, cuts in to the front. In a jam play by Wilson. Hacked it just wide of the goal. Kochi digs it loose on the right side. He'll skate it and flip it out to center ice. Chadwick will backtrack. Quick up for Andreessen. He'll turn and start ahead. Cash Andreessen a long shot, and that bounced wide of the goal. Hacked back to the near boards. Port will take across Adair. Left side, just funnels it into the corner. Comes behind the net for Johnson. He'll tap it to the corner. Turned up the wall. Adair will hold. Plays it back in. Ravindal will get it. Sedgwick will drive it back in. Edmonstone sweeps it to the near side. Kochi on the left wing boards. Into the middle. Brought forward by Behm. Up through center over the line. Cuts into the middle. A backhand shot and an elbow saved by Unger. Back to the blue line. Michael shot in front. It redirected and Behm couldn't get a touch on it. Jagger tried to spring one forward. Now it comes loose. Strome to the front. A chance. They score. Lifted over the blocker of Jackson
Up through the middle of the rink, and it turns over. Boom. Just a quick turnaround. Great feet across. And upstairs for Behm. And look, Kamloops is playing well, but it's almost like the Hurricanes decide, hey, let's hit the self-destruct button every now and then. Let's just fall apart. The basics things that we've done about moving the puck, moving our...
There in his own zone for Port on the right side. Back for Adair. Up the left side. Passes out of the reach of Deneau. Brought back in by Strome on the left wing. Put to the front, and that was hacked away from the target. 6.5 to go here in the third. 2-goal Kamloops lead. Behm does a lap. That's the insurance marker. Long bid saved by Unger. Strome lost a tire in the corner, and Adair will get the puck up the boards and down the ice. That'll go. Kochi back, no icing. Mateo Kochi shields and starts his way forward on the right wing. He'll wind it through center. In on the right boards. Cuts to the net. And stop. Rebound. Chopped to the goal. Lead pass Deneau. In on the right wing. Easton Deneau to the corner. Pinned up against the wall. Helped by Peterson. Puck dug loose. Peterson tried to go to Cousins. That hit a stick. Deflects back. Chadwick. Shot. Rebound. Deneau couldn't get to it. Worked to the corner by Ravindal. 2:20 to go here in the third period. Canes down 2. We'll keep our eye on Jackson Unger. Peterson spins one to the front of the net, and that goes wide. Wilson stopped on an entry, and that gave Kamloops an easy out. Now quickly back forward. Cousins in on the right side, trying to drag it to the middle. Pass blocked. Work to the corner. Cousins trying to dig the puck free. Works the puck loose. Wilson in a tie-up. Empty net for the Hurricanes. Cousins digs it out. Luke Cousins shoots it around on the far side. Chadwick activates to the front. Edwards turns, pass across, and that's skipped by a man. Comes to the near side. Doyle into the corner. Wilson lost it in his feet. Tied up by Ravindal. Minute 40 to go in the third period. Doyle pins a man. Tristan Doyle back for Jagger. Turns it to the blue line. Smith back. Jagger had to reach for it. Now turns away from a check. Jagger to Chadwick. Left circle to the front. That was blocked. Worked up the boards. Chadwick in a battle. Edwards trying to dig it loose. Gets it to the blue line. Jagger to the middle of the ice. He fires, and that was blocked in front. Hit a stick. Behm will turn. Fires it all the way down, and that'll go the distance icing. And the Hurricanes with a minute season. As the Hurricanes yet again battle to within 1. And Chadwick will get the puck and shoot it in. Unger will hurry to the bench. Edwards after a loose puck on the near side. Hooks it to the goal line for Johnson. Back up top, Jagger. He shoots, and a save made by Edmonstone. Winger win. Hurricanes get possession. McCutcheon across. Chadwick again to the front, looking for Edwards. A backhand stab. Work to the corner. Chadwick gets it. 35 seconds to go in the third. McCutcheon to Jagger. Long shot. Takes. Scores!
See how we go.
Braden Edwards, 2 goals to tie it in the final minute. And he'll start overtime as the Hurricanes go right to left in their creams. Here's Chadwick, trying to bust in. Noah Chadwick, and he's steered to the outside by Brunick. Puck taken by Jordan Keller. He'll wind it back to center. Chipped it over the line and offside.
Had a whale of a game, hasn't he, for the Kamloops Blazers?
Face-off win for Kamloops. Brunick will go back to get it out there with Behm and Keller. The Hurricanes with Edwards, Jagger, and Chadwick. Behm will cut back center on the left wing. Over the Kamloops line. Leaves it off for Shane Smith. Down the left boards. Cuts to the front. To the pass intended for Price on the back door. Hit a stick. And deflects back out to center with a minute and a half to go in overtime. Deneau at his own line leaves for Caden Price again. 4-4 game. Price to center on the right wing. Over the Kamloops line. Down the boards. Throws on the brakes. Waits to the top. Deneau has a man in front. Deneau waiting at the blue line. Easton Deneau waits. Goes cross ice. McCutcheon off the bench. He'll work him down the boards. Leaves for Smith. Cuts in. Smith shoots. That was blocked. Rolls to the front. Smith after it and a good stick by Edmonstone. Now McCutcheon to Doyle. To the front. That was blocked. A minute to go in overtime. Doyle on the right wing side. Turns his way back to the top. Tristan Doyle at the left point stops. Waiting for help. Off the bench is Guzowski. He'll get the puck. Left point to the front. Great save, Edmonstone, as McCutcheon was robbed. Logan McCutcheon gets it back. Has a lane. Coming in. He fires, and that goes off a stick and wide of the goal. Keller a stretch pass. Behm trying to get away, and it rolled over his stick. Nathan Behm after it. Throws on the brakes. Hit the man off the bench. It's Michael. He'll drop it back for Behm. Left circle. Cuts in. Fires low and wide of the goal. 20 seconds left in overtime.
There's been some opportunities that he shouldn't have stopped.
Face off to the left of Unger, won by Kamloops, but it came outside the line. Chadwick will backtrack, and this game is going to go to a shootout. 29th goals of the season. Behm wide on the left wing, slowly over the blue line, all the way to the boards. Now back into the middle, and a glove save by Jackson Unger, and the goalies are 4